Welcome, Empire fans, to tonight's podcast with Coach Rob Woodward. Coach, congratulations on your win. And I'm pretty sure all the fans are going to want to know what made you flip the switch at halftime when you went in 13-0.
You know, it's something that I guess a lot of people don't realize. You know, everybody says, "How did you orchestrate that kind of offense coming out the second half?" But it's something that we practice all year. It's something that we recognized back in 2012, 2013. You know, we're playing in conditions and teams that if they're able to take away some of the passing, misdirection, some of the power run game that we run from the spread, you know, we want to be able to utilize that power run game, and we've just always built that into our offense. Our entire staff has took hold of making ourselves a multifaceted offense that we can use, and we practice, and we have ourselves ready all the time. So a lot of people think we didn't have that because they didn't. If they've seen a game, they haven't seen those kind of formations. Well, there's a lot of things that we got in our toolbox that a lot of people haven't seen, and we break that out occasionally. We used a lot of them the other night, but it was all things that we had to utilize to put our kids in situations to be successful. So we come in at halftime, and our kids were even kill. Our coaches we always talk about don't get too high, too low. Everybody was just kind of looking at one another, saying, "Hey, you know, we're ready here. What do we need to do?" And we talked about a few things, and we made a decision that the line communicated. You know, they felt comfortable with being physical with them, and they just looked right at us and said, "We've got this. Don't worry, we got this. Let's go." And we talked to the staff and come out, but bottom line was the kids were ready to make some changes, and it was them. It was really them that were ready to go and execute the things that they knew we had because we'd practiced it. They knew what we had. We knew what we had as options, and they went out and executed. So that really, bottom line, there was no screaming and yelling. There was no hollering. There was nothing needed except refocus, recognize that nothing in the first half we weren't making the plays that we needed to, and let's go out and make them here in the second half.
Coach, what player or set of plays or whatever you guys went back and looked at film, what did you see on the film that really stood out to you?
Dominic Reyes was outstanding. I mean, I don't know who could have squeaked through that little hole at times when he was able to, and then the moves that he put on and the speed that he was able to hit with. It was great having him back. And, I commented, hats off to our training staff and the doctors who had looked and evaluated Dominic Reyes to get him back to a point that he could play for us. And he did everything he needed to do to have himself ready. And, he did a great job there. Really recognize Avery Deneni for the block downs that he was able to do at the tight end position at times, and then our whole line just being very physical and coming off the ball, taking care of the ball, making sure that we were falling forward and getting those good positive yards. But I thought defensively too, our defense put us in a position to be able to compete there in that second half. All the things that happened in the first half, defense really set all that up. By making sure that we held them to field goals, of course, a 50-yarder at one time, and then another first down at the 3 that we were able to keep them out of the end zone and force a field goal there in that second half, starting off. Special teams, we capitalized on some situations there on the special teams too. So again, those were all just things that you practice as a coaching staff, and your kids know that we're ready to go out, and we execute that week after week after week after week, and then we're just ready for the opportunity to go out and do it in the game, and the kids did it.
So you do get to move on to another regional championship. Man, has it been nice to just kind of see the Pirates back into this game, and you've won 1 out of the last 3 and have an opportunity to pull 2 out of 4 out of your hat here. Not to go into a scouting report, but what's your thoughts about Friday night?
Oh, the Johnstown Johnnies will be the best team we played this year in terms of just their overall speed, toughness, good on the line of scrimmage, both sides. You know, they got 22 players that are going one way basically. Everybody's a one way player for them, so they're going to be fresh when they come out. You know, we're sitting. We got about 4 guys that's going both ways, and that's really benefited us throughout the year. So, you know, we got a strong run defense. They got a strong running game, so that's going to be a great matchup to see. They also do a good job in defending different things. So we've got to maintain a good run-pass balance. We've got to make sure we use the run to set up the pass, use the pass to set up the run. That's what we've been good at all year, I think. So we're going to just try to continue to find ways that we can exploit, and it's that chess match of how we can line up and recognize what one team's doing to the other on both sides of the ball.
Well, we did get a parent that texted into Berg Fan that is wanting the anybody who can come out and support the send off. Parents and fans that who are available come up to the high school. And I think they're going to try to meet up here at 3 o'clock. Are you guys leaving out here?
Yeah, we're leaving a little bit earlier this time. The players, this is such a good group. They love being together. They love getting to a site. They love getting out on the field and taking it all in. You know, you have some teams that maybe you got guys that, what's the last minute, maybe I'll get there. Not this group. I think they would just all hang out together. Chillicothe does a great job of hosting. So we're gonna be loading about 3:15. So we have a group of people up here sending us off, outstanding, because we feed off of energy. The more energy, I told them at the last game at Chillicothe, let that music play during the pregame. We feed off that energy and that music, and so all the energy that anybody can bring and provide to us, our kids love it and feed off of that, and I think it'll just help benefit the Pirates.
And one more final thought. I guess it's not going to be as cold Friday night. That's got to help us.
Yeah, it's showing good weather conditions at about 50. Rain at 1 minute it showed 40%, next minute 10%. So you know, that's something we're just going to have to be able to contend with and deal with. You know, the idea of this year's theme was to reach higher, and we got that ladder in the field house, and this is our 5th straight regional championship.
Oh, 5th, that's right.
5th straight regional championship. You know, the first 2 were the very good Bishop Hartley team. And then we were able to win one there against Zane Trace, and then last year, you know, falling to Coshocton. So we're back in this game, ready to compete, ready to go out and give our best effort to bring home a regional championship to a community that definitely deserves it, and a group of players who definitely deserve it.
That's Coach Woodward with his final thoughts for this week's game. If you can't make it to the game, big announcement for BergFan.com on Friday, so tune in there. We'll probably be on the air around 7:20. Go Pirates.